Hello everyone, welcome to my class. Myself Janisha from Sciences of Composite PU College, Vijayapur. So in the last episode, we have discussed about the liberalization. Under that, the various sectors or the areas which are responsible for the liberalization. Today, in this session, we are going to discuss about the concept of privatization. Okay, then students, let me move on. Privatization. Okay students, now let me discuss about what is privatization. Privatization implies shedding of the ownership or management of a government owned enterprises. That means the transformation of government ownership, government management to the through the private enterprises. And also the government companies are converted into private companies, that is following ways. One is by withdrawal of the government from ownership and management of a public sector companies. That means by withdrawal the ownership of government as well as the management of a public sector companies, and it is transmitted to the private enterprises. And by second one, by outright sale of public sector companies. That means what? The sale of public sector companies. So in this way, government companies are converted into private companies. Privatization of the public sector enterprises by selling off part of the equity of public sector enterprises to the public is called disinvestment. That means privatization of the public sector enterprises. How the public sector enterprises become privatized? That is by selling off part of the equity of public sector undertakings to the public. The purpose of sale, according to the government, was mainly to improve financial discipline and facilitate modernization. Here, why the public sector enterprises are selling in the public? Because that is to improve the financial discipline and also facilitate modernization. It was also envisaged that private capital and managerial capabilities could be effectively utilized to improve the performance of the public sector undertakings. That means here private capital and also managerial capabilities, so this will effectively utilized because to improve the public sector undertakings. The government envisaged that privatization could provide strong impetus to the inflow of FDI. That means here privatization not only improves the performance of public sector undertakings, but also it will provide a strong impetus, a strong foundation for the inflow of foreign direct investment. The government has also made attempts to improve the efficiency of public sector undertakings by giving them autonomy in taking managerial decisions. Here, government also give an opportunity to improve the efficiency of public sector undertakings, that is by taking the managerial decisions. For instance, some public sector undertakings have been granted special status like Maharatnas, Navaratnas and Mini Ratnas. So these are the public sector undertakings. This will take a special status, a special recognition in the society. Okay, now we'll discuss about globalization. Then what is globalization? Globalization is generally understood integration of the economy of the country with the world economy, and it is complex phenomena. That means integration of country's economy into world economy is called globalization, and it is an outcome of the set of various policies that are aimed at transforming the world towards greater independence and integration. That means what is the aim of globalization? That means transformation of world economy. That means transformation of country's economy with the world economy, and also with greater independence and integration. It involves creation of networks and activities transcending economic, social and geographical boundaries. That means it not only transforming the country's economy with world economy, but also it creates the networks and activities transcending economic, social and geographical boundaries. Globalization attempts to establish links in such a way that the happenings in India can be influenced by events happening miles away. That means the globalization attempt, how it works. That means what things or what are the events have been takes place in India, so that immediately we can, that means what are the events, that means what are the events happening in India that can easily transformed, that that means whatever the events happening in India that can be influenced by events happening miles away. It is turning the world into one whole or creating a borderless world. That means here it is turning the world into one whole or creating a borderless world. That means all the economy converted into world economy, one economy. So this is what the aim of target of a globalization. Next, we'll discuss about outsourcing. Outsourcing is one of the important outcomes of the globalization process. In outsourcing, a company hires regular service from external sources, mostly from other countries, and which was previously provided internally or from within the country. That means I already mentioned that outsourcing is what? Outcome of a globalization. And here the company hires regular service from external sources, mostly from other countries, and also which provide what? Internally or from within the country. And these are the services will be provided through the outsourcing. They are legal advice, computer service, advertisement security, and each provided by respective departments of the company. As a form of economic activity, outsourcing has intensified in recent times because of the growth of fast modes of communication, particularly the growth of information technology or IT. That means this outsourcing it is considered as an intensified, and in recent times because of the what, that is growth of IT field, growth of modes of communication, and many of the services such as voice based business process, popular known as BPO or call centers, record keeping, accountancy, banking services, music recording, film editing, book transcription, clinical advice, or even teaching are being outsourced by companies in developed countries to India. That means these are the services we can get from the outsourcing. With the help of modern telecommunication links, including the internet, the text, voice, and visual data, in respect of these services is digitized and transmitted in real time over continents and national boundaries. This with the help of what modern telecommunication or with the what improvement of a IT field or modern communication system. So through that what this outsourcing will be what very helpful, and it is all these things will be services will be digitized. Most multinational corporations and even small companies are outsourcing their services to India, where they can be availed at a cheaper cost with reasonable degree of skill and accuracy. That means more number of multinational corporations, even it is in small companies also, they are outsourcing their services to India. And because it is very cheaper and also with reasonable degree of skill and accuracy. And the low wage rates and availability of a skilled manpower in India have made it a destination for global outsourcing in the post platform period. So that what not only in the IT field and all, but also skilled manpower in India, and also for them this outsourcing will helpful and it will reach globally, and it is the post reform and it is the contribution to the post reform period. Okay students, so this is what the concept of outsourcing, and in the next session we'll continue further more concepts and some of the exercise questions from this episode. Question number 1, what is globalization? Question number 2, what is privatization? Question number 3, what are the services of outsourcing? Question number 4, write a short note on outsourcing. So these are the questions. Everybody write it in your book and submit it on time. Thank you.